All right, folks, good afternoon. How you doing? This is Eric over at Boniface, Hiers, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram here in Merritt Island, Florida. Hey, today we're going to go over the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. What I have right now is I have a 2017 Pacifica. It's the limited platform. It's going to have the tri-pane sunroof. It's going to have the DVD system. Essentially, it has everything except for the advanced safety tech group, which is adaptive cruise control, the brake assist, the lane departure warning. All the other good features are basically on this vehicle. 20-inch wheels, beautiful color. This is the molten silver color. All the doors are going to be power doors, keyless entry and go. Simple grab the handle, door slides open, leather seats, heated cooling front seats. Everything's going to be full stow and go. You got the power lift gate. Beautiful vehicle on the inside. You see up there the 8.4-inch touchscreen. You see I got one of the DVD screens up right now. We'll go over some of that DVD system later. Everything's going to stow and go. I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. We got the seats up right now. You've got power stow and go back here. All the built-in storage. This one actually comes with the vacuum cleaner built into the vehicle. I'll show you that up front when we go over some of the interior features. All in all, absolutely beautiful vehicle from the outside in. You got the rear park assist back here. Your little sensors that beep, beep, beep. You'll see the backup cameras built in. Again, we're going over a limited in a molten silver color. All right, so as we make our way to the inside, it's probably going to be raining here in a few minutes. This is Florida. All right, turn the AC down a little bit. All right, so one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to go over the interior of the vehicle. All right, so you're going to see you got some nice dash, some nice trim. This one has a little bit different accents. It's a light interior. You're going to see the 8.4-inch touchscreen, which is a really nice touchscreen. Rotary shifter. You're going to have the electronic parking brake. Most of your dash controls you're going to have here are going to be able to be controlled through here. For instance, most of your AC units, you can touch climate, go through and adjust your climate. We got it on low right now. Turn the AC up a little bit because it is warm outside. And on the inside, what you got is you got your dash. It's going to have nice blue accents, fuel gauge. You got your cooling temperature gauge over there. Then here you're going to have your voice controls for all your phone functions. Up here is going to change all your in-dash cluster. Then over here you got your cruise control functions. Right here, if you had the adaptive cruise control, the safety tech group, you would have all those buttons right here to adjust some of those features. On the backhand side over here, you're going to have channel changing on the radio. Then back here, you're going to have volume changing. You can also change the functionality on those as well. Power seat to help you slide back and forward. Over here, what you're going to have is for those seats, the power seats, you have some memory seats. Most of all these options are going to be standard in your limited platform. Then here you're going to have the 911 and the assist button. Those are going to be for your 911 assistance and then your towing assistance or whatever sort of roadside assistance need you have. In here you've got all the buttons. Let's see if I can back up a little bit. Buttons to control your doors, power doors, turn them off, power tailgate. Then looking behind you, here is two of the three sunroofs. This third one's all the way in the back and it's closed right now. Very nice views. Everybody has their own view, so even if you're in the third row back there, you got a nice sunroof option. You've got your rear AC control over here, and you see your rear AC all the way throughout. Up front here, what you're going to notice is you have the nice storage bin here, the center console, rear sliders. Back here, slides out to give a little storage to the folks in the back. Because this one has the Uconnect theater, it's going to come standard with your Uconnect theater box, including 2 remotes, 2 headphones. That way everyone has the availability to control their own screens. So, as we get ready to go over the Uconnect, I'm going to show you how to install a USB thumb drive and play some movies. Because this one has the theater like we were talking about. It gives you some option to control the children or control some guests in the back. Kind of keep them occupied so while you're driving down the road, it's not too loud in the back. You can keep them quiet and kind of enjoy the drive. So what you're going to see is right here, you've got a regular USB port that you can play music from and an aux port where you can play your music from via aux cord. You can play your music and all that stuff, streaming it as well, which is a really good option. Down here you're going to have your Blu-ray DVD player, and then right next to it you're going to have another USB port. That USB port is where you could take a USB, plug it in, and play all your music. So I'm simply going to plug it in. And while I wait for that to load, I'll go over some of the features up here. All right, so you got radio functions right here. Everything's going to be done touchscreen. You've got the options to change some of that stuff on the back of the steering wheel like I was talking about. But the 8.4 is amazing. It's crystal clear, and it's kind of at an angle. And the good thing with the angle is that you don't have to worry about glare. You have a perfect view as a driver of it, and as a passenger, you have a really good angle as well. You can play all your media through here, streaming it through your phone, all that good stuff as well. You can also go here and load the disc in, or load your aux, or load your USB, and you can play your music, play your movies, all that good stuff. You're going to go to control function. You'll see I got the cooling seat on. Like I said, it's Florida and it's pretty warm. You've got power folding headrest in this one. Some really nice features. You got the vented seats in both. In the Uconnect app store, you're going to have some other apps in here. You've got iHeartRadio, AHA Radio, Slacker, Pandora, plenty of things to play music with. You'll see this one has KeySense. What that KeySense does is it's like a parental control. If you were to give your kids the car and say, for instance, you don't want them going faster than 65 miles an hour, or if you want the music muted until they put their seatbelts on, that's what the KeySense is for. You'll go over, you'll see there's some more, again, Slacker. You have this SiriusXM Travel Link, which is great because it tells you the who, what, when, where, and why of road conditions. So crashes, it's going to give you information on traffic jams, all that good stuff. And then again, over here, you've got Uconnect Theater, and you've got Yelp. The Yelp is great because as you're flying, if you want to go eat dinner somewhere and you're looking for a really good place because you're out of town, you can simply hit Yelp. It'll pull up reviews and the kind of food that you want, and you go on your way. So again, you have the climate options like I was saying earlier. Both of these can be controlled by either person. So if you want it to be high and hot as a passenger, you can select your own. You got the dual zone temperatures. Right now I've got it recirculating through the vehicle because try to keep it a little cool. Then you got your nav. So in your nav, you're going to have a couple different maps. You got your standard map right now, which is 2D north up. You're going to have a regular 2D view following you. And then you got your 3D map. I kind of prefer the 3D map because it gives you a little bit of slanted features and allows some of the prominent features to pop out at you. Your phone, just like any other vehicle, is going to be able to program through here. The cool feature is, though, is when you have your phone, you can do everything from your phone. Type in text messages, dial phone numbers, all that can be done through the touchscreen while you're parked. While you're driving, it doesn't allow you to access some of the features. So if I were to be parked at a red light, instead of grabbing my phone and texting, I could simply just come up here, type text, and type in all the letters, and send the text out that way. Some nice features are too is while you're driving, you can turn the screen off. So that way if it's bright at nighttime or something like that, or it's bothering you, you simply touch the screen, it comes right back on. So there's a lot of really cool features in here. You don't have to do the screen for everything like I was saying. You got some of that in front of you. All right, so on to the rear DVD. All right, what I'm gonna do is show you how to do it up here. So when you go to media, if you're streaming Bluetooth music or you're going USB, it's gonna look like this usually. To get to Uconnect Theater, you simply touch it and it's gonna pull up this screen. All right, this screen is gonna show you two different screens because there's two different screens in the back. So right now I have screen number 2 open, this one right here. So I'm gonna enter that one. And you don't have to touch the screen to go into it, for instance. You can go from here and just select input. So I'm gonna select the input and I'm gonna go to the USB because the USB, again, is where I have everything. So I wanna watch a movie. So I'm gonna go to my movies and I wanna watch Lego Movie. So it's gonna load up and now it's playing Lego Movie in the back. If I wanna be able to watch what the kids are watching, I hit view and it's gonna allow me to view the Lego Movie. Now, as I start driving, it's not gonna allow me to view the movie. It's gonna go to a still picture. So that way I'm not distracted from driving. It's one of the safety features that's built in to the Pacifica. So now I'm gonna go back and minimize that screen. If I wanna hear what's playing, because my kids have watched this movie 1,000 times, and I know exactly where the movie's left off.
Morning apartment, ready to start the day. Jumping jacks.
You can listen in. And again, if your kids watch the same movies over and over and over, you will know exactly where that movie's at just by the audio. All right, so now if I wanted to just play music from this, go back, or actually just hit the back button. You can go back into input, select your USB, and we want to browse. And then here's my music. So now I can play the happy song.
And the prophecy states that you're the most important person.
And now,
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
and now that plays. Now in the Limited, you get the Harmon Kardon sound system. And I don't know if you've ever heard of them before, but it's absolutely amazing. So you can change those features back and forth and be able to watch the movies in the back seat. So what I'm going to do is pause the video real quick, and I'm going to climb into the back seat and go over some of the features back there. All right, so I'm in the back seat. What I'm going to show you next is how to use the DVD system. All right, so this one's been folded down, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it up. And as I do, it pops up to the default screen. The default screen is going to have where you have music playing from over here. It's going to have some apps. Oop, hit the wrong button. Go back. It's going to have some apps that are going to be built into it. You can play games. It's going to have something where you can watch your DVD. So if you go into apps, some really cool features are you have some games that are built into here. I'm going to back out of this other screen over here so I can show you exactly how these games work with two people. Now the best thing about this is if you got two kids in the car or two adults in the car, they can both play each other at the same time in a game of checkers. All right, so we're gonna play 2 players and we're gonna do a new game, 2-player game. So then what you have to do over here is it's gonna pop up and say, hey, you wanna accept that challenge? Let's accept the challenge. And now we're gonna play a game of checkers. So it's my turn first. And I'm gonna play my move. Then it goes over and it's this turn. So we'll move here and we'll make a move. So now not only do you have movies, music, but you got a ton of games that are built into this, and it's amazing. Now what you're also going to see back here is you're going to have an aux cord, which is going to be strictly for listening into something wired. The next one's going to be an HDMI. You can get an HDMI standard or an HDMI mini. You could play a Sony PlayStation or an Xbox. You can play, you can stream movies from your phone, for instance. So if you had an HDMI and it was plugged into whatever phone carrier's device you have, and you were to play that movie through here, you can view it through the console. Now your next USB, as you can see, there's a little battery around it. That's going to be a charge-only USB that does not put anything on your screen. Again, the only one that does is that one right down there that I have that USB device plugged into. So in here in the back seat, these are going to be your headphones that are going to come standard with Uconnect Theater. Inside of that, you will have your standard wireless remote, which is going to come with Uconnect Theater. They've got some convenient little storage places that are built in for these to slide right into and store away, so that way you don't lose them. All right, so to get back to Uconnect Theater, so I'm going to exit the apps and I'm going to go back because I want to see what's on this USB. So I'm in and now. I've got audio and I've got movies. So say I want to watch a movie and I'm the passenger, I can actually select my own movie and play my own movie. I can pause it, listen in. I've got tons of settings that I can control in here. It's convenient because if your kids or anything like anybody else's kids, they probably get tired of watching something about 15 minutes into it and decide they want to switch to something else. So if they're tired of watching Bruno Mars, they can go back and say, hey, now I want to watch Sesame Street. They can click in and just keep changing back and forth to whatever it is they want to watch. It's a really great, convenient feature. So back here, you've got some controls to get in and out of the vehicle and to control some heated seat options. So what you're going to see down here, you've got your power window, which folds down nicely. They fold almost all the way down, which is really nice because some of the other vans only folded to about right here, giving you just a little bit amount of space. This one goes down much further. Down there, you've also got the button for your heated seat option. What you're going to see right here when we go later into the stow and go is a power seat option. Both sides are going to be standard in a Touring L Plus and up. What you're going to see is that button will power move the seats that are in front of you out of the way, these two seats, the driver and passenger, out of the way, and it will allow you to stow these in the seat without having to reach around and pull the seat forward. What it does is it remembers the same position the seat was in, so when you're done with that, you can simply move that seat right back into its original position, that the driver doesn't have to go back and adjust it again. They're back comfortable in that regular position. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to slide into the back, into the third row. So into the third row, as a passenger, you've got some cup holders you got a little storage bin here. What you're gonna have here is a power folding seat, and again, another one of those USBs with a battery around it, allowing you to charge only. So back here, if I want to move the seat backwards, I have the power option instead of having to hand crank it back. Now, even if you do have to use the hand crank, that's going to be built in, and your seats will recline in the back. All your window tint shades are going to be built into the vehicle. They simply lift up and stow away, and that's going to be on all the windows from here and back. As you see, the one over here is down, so we could have rolled that window down. Now, built in on this model, which is only available in Limited, is the vacuum cleaner. So the vacuum cleaner, similar to the one in the Honda Odyssey, can be pulled out, turned on, and turned off. Now, this vacuum is not meant for liquid. It's meant for dry items only. So, for instance, if your children were to spill cereal, or maybe there's some sand in the vehicle that was left over from a trip to the beach, you could easily vacuum that out. The bag is actually built in back here and can easily be removed and be emptied. You see, even sitting back here, you have a really good view of everything that's around you. So you've still got a ton of leg room, nice views of the open sunroofs, and there's a sunroof right back here with me. As a rear passenger, you've got the air back here, which makes everything really, really comfortable, and the controls are up here. So what I want to do next is I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to set it up so I can show you the stow and go features and show you how easy it is to actually put these seats completely into the floor and open up the vehicle to store an 8x4-inch piece of plywood and store any kind of belongings, essentially turning your van into a pickup truck. So like I was saying before, that little power button down here is going to help move this seat out of the way to put these into the floor. So the first thing I want to do is push this, and it moves that seat all the way out of the way. Once it gets set, the next thing you do, there's a little hook right here. This can be, you can put the floor mats on and still move this out of the way. You essentially just lift this up and stow it, and it locks in place. Now, when these seats aren't stowed, all of this is usable storage space. You just fold that top back down, you have all this storage space. The stow and go it over here, and there's one right over there, what he'll show you. There's a tab. You pull that tab, and the seat will spring itself forward, just like this. And all you do is take your hands, push it down, fold these back out, and now you have all this storage space. So you got plenty of room down here. Now, for instance, say you have a child seat in this seat. There's a handle right here. And if you have a car seat in there, you can simply grab this handle and move this seat with the easy tilt out of the way, and then climb back in. So if you've got kids and you just want to get them in the back seat, very simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stow and go this seat too. Press the button. Seat moves itself out of the way. I reach in, lift up, lock it, pull my handle, seat folds itself down. Armrests have to be up. Push it down, lay it flat. Now you got all that room. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stow these back seats. Now, these back seats are going to have a power fold option. They're over here on the door. So I'm going to set it to stow both of these seats away. It's going to power them back and put them into the floor. The manual way to do this, you just simply pull one strap and they fold backwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit both and I'm going to stow them. The headrest power fold down. The seat goes forward, power option. And it brings itself into the floor. And I didn't push the headrest down. There we go. You got to make sure that third headrest is down. If not, it does block it. Now what you got is all that room that, like I was saying, could almost be turned into like a truck bed, storing all kinds of stuff. You see, you got some grooves that are built in here in the front. So if you want to store an 8x4 piece of plywood, you easily could. All right, so that's the stow and go option. I'm gonna bring all the seats back up and then we'll close out the video. All right, kind of got ahead of myself before we exited away from the video. So what I want to do is show you how to unstow and go the seats. So I've left this one forward. You do the reverse of what you did at the beginning. So you just lift these up. You grab this handle and pull it up so it pops out. You just bring it up, lock it in place, and then you fold it. headrest back, and you're ready to go. Again, all that's usable storage space. You throw this out, and it'll lay flat. You press this button, and it will bring that seat back to the original position it was in before we unstow and go to the seat. Now, I'm not going to do all the seats because it's about to rain.
Okay.
So I'm going to wrap this thing up, and we're going to pause the video again just for a second. All right, so in closing, that's the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. It's a pretty neat vehicle. It's probably the coolest van on the market. Not only is it the coolest van on the market, it's getting the best gas mileage of 28 highway miles per gallon. You're going to get more standard safety features here than you will get in any other van. It's the only van with an available 20-inch wheel, and it's the only van that seats stow and go into the floor and do not have to be removed from the vehicle. Again, they do not have to be removed from the vehicle. Now, the Limited does come in an 8-passenger van, but you must get rid of the sunroof. So if you have any questions or any concerns on the vehicle, go ahead and give us a call at Boniface Hiers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 321-452-8181. Again, that phone number is 321-452-8181. Again, all of our new vehicles are going to come with a warranty forever, as well as a 3-year, 36,000-mile bumper to bumper. That's standard with all of our vehicles. That warranty forever is going to be a forever powertrain warranty, covering everything that makes the vehicle move. The engine, the transmission, the exhaust system, the fuel systems include fuel pump, fuel lines, fuel injectors, and all of your wheel bearings. It's at no cost to you. There's no deductible, no age limit, no mile limit, and it truly is a warranty forever. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.